If you are worried about the rising cost of meat, or if you are just trying to grow more protein in your garden, you probably think of two things: chickens or soybeans. Chickens need feed, they need water, they need protection from predators. Soybeans need fertile soil, they need irrigation, and after one harvest, the plant dies, leaving your soil exhausted. But what if I told you there is a third option, a source of protein that grows not on a fragile bush, but on a tree? A plant that doesn't ask for water, it finds it. A plant that doesn't ask for fertilizer, it creates it. And unlike the soybean, which gives you one crop and dies, this bean tree can live for 5 years, dropping up to 10 pounds of high-protein food every single season. It is called the pigeon pea. And while millions of people rely on it for survival, chefs in the Caribbean and India rely on it for flavor. It is sweeter than a garden pea, nuttier than a lentil, and creamy like butter when cooked. But here's the strangest part. If you plant a tomato next to a soybean, they will fight to the death for nutrients. But if you plant a tomato next to a pigeon pea, the tomato grows twice as big. Why? Because this tree does something underground that defies the laws of competition. In this video, I want to show you exactly how this biological magic works and how you can use a simple technique called chop and drop to turn one single seed into a fertilizer factory that feeds your entire garden for free. Welcome to Reclaimed Nature. 3,000 years ago, in the dry, sun-baked plains of India, farmers realized that when the wheat failed, when the monsoons didn't come, the pigeon pea still grew. It was the drought insurance of the ancient world. But the story gets even more powerful when we move to the 17th century. During the Transatlantic Slave Trade, millions of Africans were stolen from their homes and brought to the Americas. They were stripped of their names, their families, and their possessions. But they managed to hide something. Braided into their hair, sewn into the hems of their ragged clothes, were seeds. Among them was the pigeon pea. Why this seed? Why not something tastier or sweeter? Because they knew the truth. They knew they would be given the worst land, the rocky hillsides, the dry, exhausted soil that the slave masters didn't want for their sugarcane. And they knew that only the pigeon pea could survive there. It became the slave's crop. While the masters grew cash crops for export, tobacco, cotton, sugar, destroying the soil in the process, the enslaved people grew pigeon peas in their small garden plots to stay alive. They didn't just grow food, they grew freedom. And, ironically, today, the plantation soil is dead and barren, but the soil where the pigeon peas grew, it is still rich, dark, and alive. So if this plant is a miracle worker, if it feeds the soil and the people, why is it missing from modern agriculture? Why are our fields covered in corn and soy, while the pigeon pea is forgotten? The answer lies in a modern addiction, an addiction to something that comes in a plastic bag. I am not talking about drugs. I am talking about nitrogen. Since the invention of synthetic fertilizers in the early 20th century, modern agriculture has been hooked on a blue powder called NPK. Farmers stopped rotating crops. They stopped planting legumes. They simply poured chemical nitrogen onto the soil, grew corn, harvested it, and then poured more nitrogen. It was easy. It was fast. But it came with a terrible price. The soil became addicted. Without the constant injection of synthetic fertilizer, it could no longer sustain life. The natural biology, the worms, the fungi, the bacteria, died. The soil turned into dead dirt. This is why the pigeon pea was forgotten. It is a permaculture plant. It works slowly. It works with nature. But the modern farmer wanted speed. He wanted a plant that could be harvested all at once by a giant machine. Pigeon peas are messy. They flower continuously. You can harvest some today, some next week, and some next month. To a machine, this is a nightmare. But to a gardener, to someone trying to feed their family, This is a blessing. It means you have a constant supply of food. You are not overwhelmed by 500 pounds of beans in one day. You have a living pantry in your backyard. But the real reason you should plant this tree has nothing to do with the beans. It has to do with what is happening underground. Let's talk about the science of soil. Most garden vegetables have wimpy roots. A tomato plant's roots go down maybe 12 inches. A lettuce plant, maybe 6 inches. They sit on the surface, begging for water. The pigeon pea is a drill. It sends a massive taproot straight down into the earth. We are talking 6 feet deep, 2 meters. It punches through the hard clay layer, the hard pan, that your shovel can't even break. It opens up channels for water and air to penetrate deep into the subsoil. But here is the magic trick. As it grows, it forms a partnership with a specific type of soil bacteria called rhizobia. These bacteria live in tiny nodules on the pigeon pea's roots. They take nitrogen gas from the air, which plants cannot use, and convert it into ammonia, which plants can use. The pigeon pea is literally pulling fertilizer out of thin air and pumping it into the ground. Scientific studies have shown that a single acre of pigeon peas can fix up to 90 kilograms of nitrogen per year. That is the equivalent of dumping 200 pounds of synthetic fertilizer on your garden for free. This is why the plants growing next to a pigeon pea are not competing for food. They're being fed. They grow bigger, greener, and healthier without a single drop of chemical fertilizer. Sounds amazing, right? And because its roots go so deep, it brings up minerals like potassium and phosphorus from the subsoil, depositing them into its leaves. So when the leaves fall, they're not just dead leaves, they're nutrient bombs. You are growing your own fertilizer factory. But how do you harvest this fertilizer? Do you just wait for the leaves to fall? No, that is the slow way. If you want to explode the growth of your other plants, you need to be aggressive. You need to use a technique that permaculture experts call the chop and drop. So you have a pigeon pea bush that is taller than your head. It is huge. It is leafy. It is time for the chop and drop. Do not let it grow wild. When the plant reaches 5 feet tall, take your machete or pruners and cut it back, aggressively. Cut it down to your waist. Then take all those green leaves and branches and drop them right there on the soil. Cover the ground around your other plants, your tomatoes, your corn, your peppers. Here is the biological secret. When you shock the tree by cutting off its top, the roots below ground panic. To survive, they shed a massive amount of root mass. As those roots die back underground, they release a flood of nitrogen directly into the soil. It is a fertilizer injection. Your other plants will explode with growth within weeks. And the pigeon pea? It doesn't die. It simply pushes out new shoots, denser and bushier than before. You can repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times a year. It is the ultimate renewable resource. But let's not forget the food. While you're chopping, you are also harvesting a serious amount of protein. A single mature bush can yield up to 11 pounds, 5 kilograms of fresh pods in a season. And this isn't just the side dish. These beans pack a 22% protein punch. To put that in perspective, that is nearly double the protein of an egg and rivals a serving of beef. Pick them green and they taste sweeter than English peas. Let them dry on the bush until the pods turn brown and they become a survival staple that stores for years without refrigeration. Cook them with rice and you have a complete amino acid profile that can sustain a human body indefinitely. It is the only crop that feeds you today and feeds your soil for tomorrow. But I have to give one final note for my friends in the north. If you live in a place with harsh winters, this tree will not live for 5 years. The frost will kill it. However, treat it as a superannual. Plant it in spring, harvest the nitrogen all summer, and let the frost kill it in winter. Even in death, its roots will rot and feed your soil for the next season. Planting a pigeon pea is an act of rebellion against the chemical industry. It gives you food, it heals your soil, and it asks for nothing in return but a little space to grow. So reclaim your independence, plant the bean tree, and watch your garden transform from an addict into a self-sustaining ecosystem. If you're ready to break the addiction, hit the like button. Subscribe to Reclaimed Nature, because true wealth is soil that doesn't need a bag of chemicals. Knowledge is not lost. It is simply waiting for you to replant it.